welcome back to my channel. My name is Paloma and this is Money Facts. Today we're gonna go ahead and review our August 11th paycheck. This is the first time we're gonna go ahead and budget out what payment we're gonna make towards our consumer debt on our credit card, and I'm very excited. We also have a couple of things that are, have like anything, you always have something that is coming up, and so we have those things to tackle. But let's go ahead and pull out our notebook and take a look at that. I will say that my cat dropped my glass of water that I had and it went all over the notebook, so the pages are bled through, and I did have to re-go and write this, so you might see a little difference from the. All right, let's go ahead and secure the money bag. Whoop whoop. And that is gonna be our paycheck of $1,339 with 51 cents. That is what's dropping this week, and that is how much money we have to play around with, and I'm very, very excited for that for us. So let's go ahead and start looking at our fixed expenses for the month and how much of this money we will have left after that. In our fixed expenses is our car. Ooh, yes, poor me. That's me right there, driving in my little car. We know that our car is renewed every 6 months. Every 6 months we have to renew our car payment, and that is $1,063 with 88 cents every 6 months. Now, I will say that I did something. I went ahead and I did the thing that we all hate so much, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I dread getting on the phone and calling those 1-800 numbers that they have. And I would hate doing this every single month with my CarMax. I would have to call, and they did it on purpose. I feel like I know that's what they did, to tell them that my payment, I didn't want it to go to the interest. I wanted it to go to my principal balance. And every single month, without fail, I had to call. Thankfully, I paid off my car, so I don't have to do that anymore. But I was dreading calling my car insurance, and I finally sat down and spent hours on the phone. I guess I was gonna draw the phone the way that it used to look. I don't know, does that look like a phone with the little like head speaker? Maybe not. I guess we could draw the phone this way now, right? Because it's just a little thing that you hold. But I got on the phone, and after some time going and calling with them, they finally answered, and I had to change my liability and my coverage, but I was able to get down to, I got my payment down to $459 with 88 cents every single month. That is what I have to pay for my car insurance now. I will say that before, because the car was not mine, it was still technically CarMax's until I paid off my car. They make you do the thing where you have to have a certain type of policy, and that's why it was so much. But now I reduced my policy to only cover liability, which means, what does liability mean? What does it mean to be covered liability wise? That means that if I'm coming along and I'm driving my car and then somebody else comes and they're not paying attention as well, or whatever the reason, we have to swerve and there is a crash, right? And smoke starts coming up. Liability only covers what I owe them, but it does not cover anything that happens to my car. So if they say you owe me $500 because you bumped my bumper, I don't know, and then I say, well, you made $1,000 worth of damages on my car, my insurance won't cover those $1,000 for me to fix my car. Any damages. I don't know how that works in terms of their insurance. Like, what if they have insurance to cover what they owe me? But maybe this is like what isn't part of that. So let's say their insurance only covers $500. I still have to come up with the $500 myself, and that would not be covered by my insurance. So I am left to cover that myself. And also, we really know that I don't have space in my budget at the moment. I don't have an emergency fund to cover that, so that's a big risk I am taking. But I really honestly did not want to continue paying $1,000 a month. They did say that if I add my house into this, right? My little casita. If I add my house to that, then this number will be $402.88 just for the car. But you have to go through a process and get quotes and things. And we do have house insurance, so I have to see if it's cheaper to connect with them than keep the house insurance we currently have. But I think it's definitely worth considering if it's gonna save me another $50 or so. And there you have it. This is the payment for the month on our car insurance. Yay! I'm so proud. I'm so happy that we actually did get on the phone and spent that time talking to them and getting it down. I definitely feel maybe a little bit nervous not being as covered as before, but I think it's been like what, 3 or 2 years that I've had the car and I haven't needed to use it. And I don't know if that says anything or not, but yeah, I guess we're taking faith that God will take care of us, and also pray every single day that He gives me focus and attention and fast reflexes when I am in the streets driving, to make sure that I do whatever I can to avoid any collisions or anything that may happen to my car. And there you go. That's it for the car. Woo! Sinking funds. How do we want to represent that? I'm gonna go ahead and do a little thermometer for that. You know how people are like, yes, we need to reach our goal of we said 3,600. That's our goal. We want to get there by the end of the year. And I do want to tell you that currently we have $419.59 saved. Whoop whoop. And I feel like that's not we only have 5 months left, so it's not really too much let's see. Let's do the math, shall we? So 3,600 divided by, we're in August, September, October, November, December, divided by 4 months equals 900 that we need to be saving every single month. So 900 will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. To get to the very, very top, I would say that we are right here in terms of money, and we need to be over here. I don't know if you have your savings account and what your saving account APR is, but I got an email last couple of weeks that said, starting August 3rd, 2023, my bank account was gonna go from a 4.90% APR to, what do you think? 5% APR. Yep. Da-da-da-da-da. Which is great, because who doesn't love a 5% APR? I know I do. I love money, and I love interest when it's in my favor. I do not love interest when it's against me, but I love when it's for me. And I'm glad that we got rid of our 9% car APR, because that really was so sad. But now that we got rid of that, we can be super happy that we have a 5% APR. To add to the amount that we have in this particular paycheck, we are going ahead and add to our savings the total of $360 to our savings account, which means that we will be going from 419.59 plus 360 to 779. Still short from where we ideally should be. Right? Still short from where we should be, but definitely better than if we weren't taking that into account. And yeah, there we have it. For this particular instance, this is how much we're budgeting out of our paycheck to go towards our savings account. And this, remember, is already deposited into our savings account. We split check, which is why we only have a check of $1,339.51, because the 360 has already been removed. Let's go ahead and close this up because we have our extra house payment. We're gonna go ahead and throw a little party, and that's me holding a pom-pom and juggling a little house thing, and that's my family throwing a pom-pom and also juggling their little house thing. We're having a party. Now, we've talked about the fact that I have my money bag of $1,339.51. We also went ahead and talked about the car and realized that I need to make a payment of $459.88. Woo! What I haven't told you yet is that I was doing so good that I did not use my credit card, and I had money left over from my previous paycheck. Not as much as, could be, but still money of $48.48 that we can add into our little equation. That leaves us with 928.11 that we can play around with now that our car has been taken care of. And you might be saying, no, you do not have money to play with. It is going towards your credit card. And you are correct. This is what we have left to budget in our credit card, which I'm gonna use as a little skull because it's death. That's what it is with the little skull things. I don't know, you can't really see it. And this is also where we have more debt, and that's that I forgot that I needed to pay my uncle for the roof of the house. So for those that don't know, we updated our roof, and it really needed to be updated. Our insurance was like, we're gonna cancel your insurance if you don't update your roof because we don't know how long it hasn't been updated. And so we spent we spent $10K on this roof. And my uncle spent about how much was it? 2, 4, 6, about $900 on the roof for materials. And I remember he had told us about it, and then I totally forgot that this was one of the things that we still needed to pay back to him. That's on top of the $10K that we spent. And he obviously, as a person, asked back for that money. And so we paid him out this month. And, when you divide that by the 3 of us, my brother, my mom, and me, it came out to about $200 that we each had to pitch in. So that is money that needs to be taken into account when we're budgeting out that money. So I'm gonna put aside $300 because I forgot how much it was. So let's remove $300 for our house roof, which means that we really are just left with $628.11 to play with. So moving to the variable expenses. This is what is changing every single month. And usually we have to worry about the car. No, not the insurance, but the gas. And I will say that I estimate we will be using $0 because we're already in the second week of the month. And I will be out for 1 week, and we have about 90% of our tank full. Woo! The next thing that we have in our variables is your clothing, aka your laundry. And let me put a little pocket in there. And I will estimate that we will need to spend $0 Woo! And that is because I still have credit on my card of about, I want to say $15. And yes, I do need to do laundry this week because I need to make sure that I have clothing to pack for when I'm going to be out of town. But I have credit and I won't be needing to spend on that. The next thing that we have on our variable expenses is my little cutie pies. Sorry, I made them look like aliens. My cats and my little cutie pies, my doggy. Those look funny. But my pets, and I estimate that I need to spend $0. And why is that? Because the beauty called a brother and shared expenses. We gotta love shared expenses. And it is his month to pay for their food and anything that they may need. The next thing that I have is my dance class, workout class. I'm gonna see if I can do a little squiggly dress for me. Woo! With my little shoes. You like me? And I estimate that I'm gonna be spending $50 on my dance class. And why do I need to spend $50? Because of my health and because I need motivation. And I don't have motivation when I'm home alone by myself doing it. I do like going there because you talk to people and people give you energy. So let's move forward. And we know that we had exactly $628 with 11 cents minus plus the negative 50. That leaves us with 578 and 11 cents. So there you go, 578 with 11 cents, which really is the only amount that we have to play with to go towards our credit card debt. And at the end of the day, in our little credit card with our little skull of death, and these are supposed to be the little bones, we are gonna make a payment of $500, which means that we really only will be left with $78.11 in our bank account to take care of any mishaps that I didn't think about, but I feel like everything is covered. So if everything goes well, by the end of next month and the time that I'm getting my paycheck, I should have $78.11 left over in my bank account. All right, well, that is the end of this video and our budgeting for this paycheck for August 11th. And honestly, it feels good not to have to worry about our car payment. I feel like I wasn't able to make the full 1,000 payment to our credit card like I was thinking we would, but I'm glad that we have that flexibility of, okay, we have to divert money to go to our car insurance or, you know, other things, and it doesn't feel as heavy as like, but then I'm recurring 9% interest on the balance that we have on the car. So that feels really, really good. And I'm so happy that we were able to get our insurance down to $400, well, $460. It feels so much better than the $1,000 that we're gonna have to pay every 6 months. And overall, I think hopefully it would be a good thing for us. And I did see in the comments that you were saying that we should do as much payment as we can now towards the credit card without sacrificing, you know, putting our water and sewer bill onto our credit card and things like that. And I feel like, yeah, that would definitely be doable. I talked in my previous video about discipline and developing those skills, and also saw in those comments, you know, the learning to differentiate between immediate gratification of just like, ooh, that plant, $5, even though I have already I think like 54 roses and 15 fruit trees. Like, do I really need another plant? Probably not. It's not gonna hurt me, and it's not gonna hurt the bees or anything else that's living in the ecosystem if they don't get one more plant. And I think, yeah, definitely moving forward, trying to practice that. But I really appreciate all of your suggestions, and I really, like, I couldn't do this without like learning from all of you, and other folks that are putting up their videos on YouTube. So I really gotta say, I appreciate you joining me today, and I will go ahead and see you next time. If there's something specific that you'd like me to share with you, let me know and I can make a video on that. I was thinking you might appreciate kind of a review on the house and what our loan was for, the percentage that it's going for, why my mom, my brother, and I decided to purchase a house together, and just a couple of different things. Also, if you just went through your home buying process, I'd be interested to hear what your experience was, but we could definitely share what our experience was. And there is a video on my other channel where I was crying when I was going through that process, because it's so stressful, especially as a first-time homeowner, going just through that process. And there's also like language barriers that we had to go through, so just a lot of different things. And if you're interested in hearing that story, let me know and I can try to make a video for us and answer some of those questions. But in any case, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.